Yeah, welcome to Academy of Tone 286. Today with special guest Max Clouth. Yeah, from Frankfurt, Germany. Everybody knows Frankfurt, Germany by the airport.
But there are two different Frankfurts in Germany. One is the good one, where I'm from, actually. So.
Okay, is this depending on the river? We are talking.
No, there's another city named Frankfurt, which is east of Berlin, actually.
Of course, yeah. There's one in the northeast.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm from the one with the airport, which is really convenient.
Frankfurt, Main. Yeah. Main is the river.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm really excited about the fresh music. You know, I'm the old school blues rock guy. And
you sound great.
Well, thank you. But the thing is, when I heard you the first time, I thought, wow, this has something fresh ingredients. I mean, we all know there are people like the Mahavishnu Orchestra, John McLaughlin, and then maybe a little bit Pat Metheny and stuff. But the way you mix and blend different styles, for me, was fresh.
Thank you.
So, you know, there's a little bit of Elektronika. Frankfurt has a long history about, you know, snap and all these electronic...
Totally. And the techno scene and everything that's, you know... I mean, I was too young to be there, but I think Frankfurt at some point was probably the electronic music hub of Europe, if not in the world.
I was there.
I don't remember much. I remember when I came from school and, you know, in the city center, there was this techno club which was in this old train station.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this place.
No, I was never a raver, but I know the scene a little bit because there was a producer team that moved to Frankfurt from the Saarland, from where I'm here, and they connected with all the friends, and then I ended up with Snap. I played for them directly.
That's what, late 80s, early 90s?
90s, yeah. I got the power.
I got the power.
Dip, dip.
But there were such great sounds back then.
Yeah.
I love the drum sounds.
Yeah.
That era.
They wrote history with that sound. I mean, it's a thing. Yeah. It's a thing, and it's like Kraftwerk.
Yeah.
You know, the German Elektronika started even, you know, 2 decades earlier or 3. You know,
totally. It was actually very arty back in the 60s.
Yeah. With homemade synthesizers, they modified the organs, and they had their first electronic drum kits with the tools that your grandma is using when they
for knitting.
Knitting when they strickte pullover. I don't know what it is, pullover making of the grandma. And this was the sticks for the drums.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they had fantastic concepts back then. I mean, Kraftwerk for me is like probably the most important German music after, I don't know, Wagner and Mendelssohn, you know.
Yeah.
Because they were so innovative and creative.
Absolutely. I have seen Kraftwerk live in Frankfurt, in you know, near, what's the big town hall that's near the Messe?
Festhalle.
Festhalle Frankfurt.
Sounds not that good in there,
but
still.
I had my Kraftwerk experience. I have to, you know, the guys behind their counters and instruments, all black and white, and they had like big TV screens with like from the 20s with like nice pictures, and black and white. Nothing was happening. They were just doing. Great songs, great songs. And I was watching Kraftwerk, and I remember a physical experience. They had a sweep that went from like 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, like with a full PA. It's a physical experience. Yeah, in the Frankfurt Festhalle, Kraftwerk. But the scene in Frankfurt, I know. There are people like in Darmstadt, which belongs to the Frankfurt scene. Yeah. And for some reasons, there is all kinds of music, and there is especially jazz music. I don't know, but this is how I see it. Because
how you perceive it, yeah. Well, it's very hard to say, because I've spent most of my life in Frankfurt, and of course I love it, so I don't have the distance. But I heard that Frankfurt at some point was the music and also the jazz capital in Germany. And somehow that all, unfortunately, has really declined in a way, because somehow the structures are not that welcoming,
Good night.
In a way. So I don't know. I mean, I love it, and of course people like Albert Mangelsdorf, and there are lots of great jazz musicians that come from Frankfurt, but I guess right now the scene is not as vibrant as it was probably 20, 30, 40 years ago. And also because the studio culture, I was born in 85, so I don't know anything really about it, but I heard, and I know people who played with Super Max and Farian and all these people. And I think back then it was like super happening.
I know. I play with the drummer Jürgen Zöller, who was the drummer in BAP, German singing band, but also in Supermax. And
but that was fantastic music back then. It sounded like Santana or really, really good.
Yeah. So it is a thing. And back to your style. I mean, before we start with the whole thing, you are currently on tour, and you have a few more gigs coming up the rest of the week and the next few days.
Yes, exactly.
Let's show the guys where we can see Max.
We're playing tomorrow near Stuttgart with my group Ragawerk, which also just released an album. And on Friday we play in Bolanden, which is, I don't think it's that far away from here, is it?
It's in between Frankfurt and Saarbrücken.
I think I drove by.
On the A63 in the middle. It's called Kirchheim-Bolanden.
Yes.
And this is when I do any kind of international flights, I always have to go there, and I pass Kirchheim-Bolanden.
Okay.
And there's a fuel station, because I remember in the early days when I was flying to NAM, my colleagues, we are landing in Frankfurt, and you have been on the plane forever, and then it's like, hey, can we stop at that fuel? And then they want their fresh cappuccino. I was never so, and they had to smoke, which is all good, but so this is where my Kirchheim-Bolanden experience is coming from.
Danke.
Danke. Yeah, so you play there. And then Kassel?
Yeah, we play
Saturday. I played there as well. Yeah,
on November 15. And then I'm playing in Heidelberg with my other trio, which is also really amazing for me, because I love that very special blend of music with a percussion player who's originally from Senegal, Khadim Seck, who plays fantastic. He's actually a multi-instrumentalist, so he plays percussion, but he also sings amazingly.
Yeah.
And he plays flute, the West African flute, and he plays ngoni, which is the West African harp, like similar to kora. And my friend Tony, who plays actually everything, I don't know if you've met him.
Tony,
He's a fantastic guitar player also.
I never met him. I heard of him, but not so far. So that's what was it, 23rd, right?
That's November 27th. That's
27th.
Thursday in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. I have a few gigs coming up as well with my band project Blue Granfeld Engelin. For those who have not heard us or want to hear us again, next week we start on the 19th. It's exactly Wednesday in a week. Tönis Forst in Falkos Butze. The name is Programm, as we Germans say. Then close to Frankfurt in Eppstein.
Wunderbar weite Welt.
Yeah,
that's a great place.
Yeah. What's his name? Otto, with the booker there. No, not Frank Otto. Yeah, anyway. I play there every year, and I play there again with my Rock Anarchy, and we usually play 2 days because the place is rather small.
Yes.
And so
it's so beautiful in the forest, isn't it? It's so wonderful. You can go for a hike outside.
Yeah, it is great food.
Yes.
A really listening audience. You can tell whatever you do, these guys get it.
They get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the beauty of small places where it really, comes across. So anyway, that's November the 20th in Eppstein. Wunderbar. Then November 21st in Fürth, which is Bavaria, maybe.
Which Fürth?
Yeah, in
which one? This one near Mannheim?
No, Fürth, close to Nürnberg.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah, Kofferfabrik. It's a great club also. And then 25th is Oberhausen, Gdanska. It's a classic. I played there many times. 27 Dorsten Vinyl Café, Schwarzes Gold. I played there also. For some reason, that's a place where you can check your foot switches because it's very dirty.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember to have to clean my amp after the gig because it is pretty. For some reason, the place is nice, but for some the stage is dirty.
Okay.
I have no idea what. So and then November 28th is Wetter, Earth Music Hall. Wetter is also NRW, North Rhine-Westphalia.
Okay. Pott.
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 Yeah. Those different mentalities in Germany. We have different areas with different, kind of not only local dialects, but also like a little bit of attitude.
Totally. I was playing in Ingolstadt last week and the vibe is so different.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's nice, but it takes me, because I'm a little sensitive to that atmospheric thing, so it took me a while to get used to
understand.
To that.
When I met my real first Pott experience with the people from North Rhine-Westphalia was Charlie T is a drummer of Westernhagen, German. So I call him the stadium drummer because, he plays like he always played stadiums. So he's very loud rock drummer. No?
Yeah.
Okay, Ludwig, Black Beauty, and ba 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 like this. And then he comes to me and tells me in German, "Hey, Blugi, du alte Presswurst, mach doch mal lauter." I cannot even translate into English. It's like very offensive. Blugi is my nickname, and then du alte Presswurst, you old
sausage.
Sausage, but squeezed sausage, pressed sausage. Turn up your amp. And this was a very warm, friendly welcome.
That's the way there.
It sounds like they will kill you in any second, but they are the warmest people.
Yeah. Totally. Wuppertal and all that. That's that kind of mentality. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I like being there because the people are so direct. I like that. I don't like people who are...
Yeah, and you have to find out what they really want and what, and what they...
That's why I like Berlin also, because the people are really rough, but they're honest,
Yeah.
People from there, they don't...
They're straight.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so talking about mentalities and different... How did you get into this world, ambient, jazz, and exotic, fresh, new styles? First of all, we have to explain...
I don't know if it's fresh.
For me, it's fresh. we all heard bits and pieces in the past with whatever, even Kashmir, for example, and even the Rolling Stones in the late '60s, they had very trippy things. You never would imagine that.
I mean, Painted Black is a sitar guitar.
Yeah, for instance. So. And there's a song called 2000 Light Years from Home. If you ever heard it?
No, I haven't heard that one.
Check that out, because they are using synthesizers and those kind of harmonies. And I think, this is Keith Richards? Yes, it is. On a trip. And it's cool. It's definitely cool. So there are some rules. But from what you are doing, what are your influences? Let us know a little bit about where all that thing is coming from. I mean, the guitar, the sounds.
For me, it was really always it was really about the guitar all the time. So I started learning guitar when I was 7 because my mom thought I should learn guitar because you can play alone and you can carry it with you.
Yeah, not a piano.
Yes, exactly. That was the
practical.
Yes, very pragmatic, but it was the right
decision.
Yes, right intuition. And I always, after that, I had classical guitar lessons for a couple of years when I was 7, but I didn't really, classical guitar was not really the thing for me, but the guitar was it. So I stopped the lessons, but I always kept the guitar near, in a way. And then when I was 12 years old, I heard a concert of 2 Indian classical musicians. Indian classical music, is a sort of a genre in a way, which is very specific. So it's you usually have either a sitar player or a sarod player, like a traditional string instrument, plus percussion, which is usually tabla.
Yeah.
Tabla player. And that kind of really kicked me, because I had never heard something like that before, and I didn't understand anything what they were doing, but somehow, I don't know, something was happening.
It clicked with you.
Yeah, it totally clicked. And after that, I was always, in the back of my head, I was always thinking, if I can learn from somebody at some point, I want to learn about that music, because for me it felt that kind of playing and that kind of improvising to me felt like the most honest way of playing, because in a way, in that music, in Indian music, there are very strict rules to a certain extent, but within those rules you are totally free. You can express, you can go anywhere.
I have no idea. Are these rules based on what are the? Is it easy to explain, or is it way too complicated? Is it rhythmic rules? Is it melodic rules?
Yeah. Well, you have some formal. I mean, I'm still learning, so I don't feel that I'm really.
You know much more about everybody listening here. I mean, at least so, and I'm sure all our guys tonight have less knowledge about that than. So please, simple things. How could you?
So one thing is that the Indian classical music form that I've really been interested in a lot is the North Indian form, which is called the Hindustani classical music, North Indian classical music, and this is really, in a way, very close to jazz, because the basic concept of that music is that you have a composition, like a theme. You could say it's a theme from where you take off and improvise.
Okay, it's the theme, and
So you have you could even say sometimes these compositions there are just an excuse to start improvising. You have a few notes.
We as rock players, we love that.
Yeah.
It's always good to have an excuse. When I play, there's a tour called Go Music Tour. It's about playing solos. The singer is only there to divide the solos into different sections. It's great, so people can listen to a little bit of that music, and the rest is a long, trippy solo evening. But I understand. Yeah.
But then again, what I found fascinating about this music is that the improvisation is not completely free in the sense that if you want to stay within the boundaries of Indian classical music, you have to really respect the raga, you know, the scale, the raga.
Okay.
You have to understand it. I mean, I don't know that you can really understand it, but you have to have some personal relationship with it. You know, you have to really feel what the raga wants to express, which kind of mood it has, and usually these ragas are very simple in a way that they are modal pieces. You know, they are just, you know, 4,
modal
5,
melodies,
6, yes, or 7, 8 notes.
Tone sequences.
Tone sequences, exactly. So it's a scale with a sequence, usually.
Okay.
So it's a set of notes, but you cannot really play this note after that one.
Ah, can you give us a little example?
So, for example, there's a scale that's called Yaman. Yaman, which is note-wise, it's the Lydian scale.
Okay.
So it's like if you're in, for example, if you're in C and start the C major scale from F, you get the Lydian scale. That's the scale, and the rag is omitting the first and the fifth if you go up. So you start from the seventh.
But you would still
Plays the tempura.
and has a drone with that note.
Yes. You always have that relative thing, but the rag doesn't go like that. It goes.
Huh?
Du duckst.
Okay. When we play, people don't hear you because we have a ducker.
Oh.
So we have. We give the example. So now we play, and then you can talk.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a technical thing, guys. This is all to make you a better sound, because if these mics pick up and the direct sound, it's wishy-washy. So I play the F, and you play the raga. Very cool. So,
and it's a different thing from just playing the Lydian scale.
Yeah,
It has a
totally.
different.
yeah.
And the interesting thing about this rag, for example, is that the third, you know, A in our context, is not exactly tempered. It's not, the pitch is not exactly.
And therefore, your fretless guitar is a nice thing, because you can play any kind of intonation.
Yeah, you can actually.
And it's like a blue note in a way, but it's the Indian.
Totally.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and I didn't know about that. It's
and it really, the thing is, what I've experienced is that once I started playing fretless, it really opened my ears, you know, to all this subtle, you know, because it really, I think musically, emotionally, it means something different if you play. Different thing from playing.
This is like, oh, the world is in order, everything is happy, everything is boring. You know, it's like a Barbie girl.
Yeah.
But if you make a little micro bend or
you can even, you know, that's the thing with the Indian music, that you can really explore the relationship, you know, if you just have just two notes, you know, and really it's a different thing if you play or
the phrasing makes the difference, and all the nuances. Yeah, and that's music. I mean, you know, what is the difference between somebody that plays a scale and the blues scale, and somebody that really cherishes the blues and lives the blues? You know, I mean, one of those old guys, they feel it.
Yes.
And this is music. There's the extra dimension. I totally get that one. Some people make comments about incense is, I think, Räucherstäbchen in English. Okay, you can read the comments because they are funny. Okay, George was the Beatle who was digging it more than the others. So the Beatles were there. Ravi was great, and Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix is something also pretty exciting. I mean, talking about Jimi Hendrix, he has explored many different styles, and I mean, passing away at the age of 27. I mean, we are all older. Even you are young, but still older than Jimi Hendrix. He was unbelievable creative in those different genres. It is just killer. I have prepared Grandma on drums. The question is, we have an audio fuck up. Nope. I can hear it already. Maybe let's see if I can get. Wait a minute. Here, this is all connected.
That's a B, I guess.
Yeah. What happens when I play this? It's nothing, because what happens when I play this? See?
Okay.
So I have a loop. Nothing, because what happens when I play this?
Oh wow.
See? Okay. So I have a loop. Nothing, because what happens when I play?
So we're talking about Kraftwerk and loops.
That's magic. I mean, this is.
Somebody's asking about Matthias Eklund. Yes, I've met him, and I love him. It's for me, it's a totally different planet of playing guitar. But it's a nice planet. I like what he does. He just recorded something with an Indian percussion player, B.C. Manjunath, who I really admire a lot. So yes, I love what he does. I just met him in Mannheim the other day.
Yeah, where is my loop? Fucking... Scheiße. What was the name of it, Lukas? Do you remember?
Oma.
Oma, okay.
Intro Oma.
Okay, Intro Oma is coming up next. We are honestly... I was honestly impressed by this lady from the United States when she was... when I discovered her on Instagram. And I made her my drummer.
Okay.
For tonight. And you know what? We can have some fun with... okay. This is Jimi Hendrix.
He was actually really into flamenco. Did you know that?
Yeah.
There are a couple of interviews where he speaks about, I think he went to a flamenco concert and talked about how fascinating that was with the dancer and all.
Yeah. You know what? We are talking about Miss Dorothea Taylor on drums. and we have a little
Ravioli and Anushka Shankar. Okay, I think that's Ravi, but yes.
There's nothing wrong about ravioli. That's Italian. But here, these chords. Hendrix starts with whatever. What chord is this? I mean, you studied jazz.
It's kind of a C major 7 sharp 11. With Hendrix, I think it's so cool because it's not academic. It always comes from guitar playing.
Yeah,
it comes from what happens when you
experiment.
Play. Yeah.
Yeah. He picked up things, and that's something that I admire at people that simply go for stuff.
Yeah.
They don't overthink. We Germans sometimes have
we tend to overthink.
Yeah. It's like we have to study this, and we cannot walk over the pedestrian crossing if there's a red light. Well, in France, I'm living right next to the French. It's more like a suggestion. Okay, if it's red, you might stop. You have a look. And there's maybe a legal consequence. So if a car flattens you, it's your fault because it was red. In Germany, it's a completely different thing. You don't do that. People are waiting there on the red light and forever, and nothing happens, even in the middle of at night. Like 2 in the morning. Nobody crosses the street. In France, different thing.
I do.
Okay.
But there's this Hendrix piece called Angel. I don't know if you know it, which has this super interesting chords. It comes totally from guitar because it has open strings. So wonderful. That was actually like after Indian music, Hendrix was the second thing that I really
connected to.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, it also took a while. Hendrix was not my first love, but then when it hit me, it was like deep shit. Wow.
Yeah.
This is not just a guitar player. This guy is an artist.
Yes, but also such a great blues player. I mean, just blues.
Yeah. Cool.
Incredible.
Yeah. You know what? Let's play. Come on.
Oh yeah.
So this was a little Hendrix intermezzo.
Is that Hilde on drums?
Hilde, yeah.
Is that her?
Well,
Okay.
no, but listen, this is there is a local comedian in the Saarland where we are, Heinz Becker.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know.
I mean, there's a Christmas episode that is a classic. You know, everything goes wrong, and it is a cabaret kind of thing. And the wife is Hilde. Hilde is her name.
Okay.
And actually, I know her. I know the actress playing Hilde because she was living in the flat underneath the singer that I was having a band with for ages. So
really?
I met Hilde in private many times, and and Hilde is quite a character. She is kind of the perfect German housewife.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh God. That tells it all. Miss Grimmelwiedig. Yeah. Anyway, so this was the comment here in the.
Really, your dad made that? Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and Luca's dad made the movie score for it,
Really?
the theme.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, his dad is making some money out of that.
Okay.
Yeah, your dad.
That's why
is
you're
a legend.
smiling.
And I met Lucas through his dad.
Oh,
because
okay.
his dad was. I was working with him 30 years ago. This was, this scene here is so interconnected.
Wow.
He was working in a music shop, and then later on he was working at Hughes & Kettner as a sales guy. He has done all kinds of things, and he's a great singer, he's a great bass player, he plays the guitar, he plays whatever, he has a studio, and then...
There are some people, and you wonder how they do that exactly.
Yeah,
right?
but well, they live their whole life with a passion for music and everything that goes with it. And this is how I got to know Lucas, because when the COVID hits, we played one of those silent streaming concerts, and then we had and we need somebody for the live streams, and I called Horst, his dad. Hey Horst, who was the guy who did the live stream when we did the streaming concert? He said, that's my son. Oh yeah, really? So, and now he's sitting here. How many years, Lucas? 4.
On my birthday 4 years ago.
Wow.
That was the first show here.
See? And I remember this was a show with Oliver Hartmann when he brought his white JCM 800.
Oh.
And
white.
Yeah, and we compared it to this one, and Lucas couldn't believe because there was no difference.
Really?
It was like I was switching and I didn't know his amp. I just like 800s, and this amp, his particular amp, sounds exactly like the classic channel on the Mercury. So we were going, huh? Is it working?
Yeah, wow.
And yeah, anyway, but you know, I have so many Marshalls because they all have tolerances. So this one has a little slightly different voice from this one, and yeah, it's all crazy.
I'm so pragmatic with everything, so now I've changed to that, and since then.
Okay, let's talk about your pedalboard and your gear. I mean, you when was it? 2 years ago, you approached me and it's like, what's going on with this Amp 1?
Yes,
and
because my guitar student, who's himself a fantastic player, Florian Samuel Späth, he had this and he showed me that, and he was sounding so good, like better than me, with my lots of things. So that's why I got to know that, and I was looking for a solution that's easy to fly with, you know, because that's the thing for me, that I'm very pragmatic, and has to sound good, and everything digital that I found didn't really
make you happy.
Didn't make me happy. Yes,
in the way that it connects and feels and stuff. I mean, you know, I'm happy for everybody that found its gear. Yes. You know, if somebody is happy with whatever product, it's good, because the people will tell if the guitar player is happy.
Yes.
That is more of the sound than just what you actually hear. But
not only happy, but you play better when everything works well. And you know, with all the digital solutions. And I have a friend, Justin Hombach. I don't know if
I know he was here.
Great player.
Yeah.
And I tried his Kemper, and he sounds good with it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, so
he was here actually to learn about the old school amps, and I had him connected to a Marshall without anything.
Yeah.
And I just cranked at the old school days, and you can watch that episode. Was it speed versus tone or so? We did have some title for that, and he was actually interested in learning what's going on with that analog dynamic. And what I like about him, he's a very dedicated player. He's, I mean, the pick master. But he also admits that he grew up on the modelers.
Yes.
And he is not 100% there yet.
Yes.
He does his thing, everything is great, but I can tell that he's still trying to because he has made experience. Like, I played a real amp at whatever Henning's YouTube studio, and that made him think like there was something that I don't have here, which is cool.
Yeah.
And you you have a Nano cab.
Yes.
So that is the other practical BluGuitar product.
Yeah, super practical because it's small.
It's small. It's not too heavy, and I guess it's loud enough for what you're doing.
Yeah, mostly. Actually, last week we were playing in a small venue, but super loud, and there I was really on
full.
Wow.
Okay, maybe I have to get you another cabinet, because there's a physical thing. If you have one cabinet,
it can't be that loud.
You know, the membrane moves and the air molecules. There is not much more than just what happens here, because the incursion is limited.
Yeah.
So if you need more speakers.
But actually, I prefer to not play that loud. You know, I mean, it works, but but then I think it sounds best for me. It sounds best if it's half on.
Yeah.
You know, and with the people I'm playing, they're usually not that loud. It has to be very loud when the room sounds bad. You know.
Yeah. Understood. Okay, what do we have as pedals on your pedalboard then? Vibrato.
Lots of colorful things.
Yeah, I love.
I think the most important thing for me is the equalizer.
Okay.
Because I'm looking for a sound that's kind of
focused.
Yes, very focused.
I can see the curve.
Yeah.
You want to enhance the tone, the root note.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of the. So if I switch it off, it's different thing.
Yeah. That's a jazz thing, though. But it's
totally.
Cool. Totally cool.
But it also does a little bit of compression, I think, which I really like. Not too much, but it has a little bit of a kind of a wah-wah that's not moving thing. And I don't really like to turn down the tone
on the guitar
too much, because to me it loses something in a way. So I like this one better. And this is always on, and the reverb is always on. Right now it's a Strymon Cloudburst.
Yeah.
But I'm still,
experimenting.
Yeah, totally experimenting. I like this, but may change at some point.
Yeah.
This is always on, and then sometimes I use the delay, MXR.
Yeah.
Which I like because it has this modulation. Which I really does something which makes it come alive in a way. Different way than a totally digital static delay.
Yeah, straight delays.
Which is also great, but for my playing I like this one better. And then I have this tremolo, which I rarely use, but I think it sounds cool, so I like this. This kind of reminds me more of a Vox tremolo.
Yeah.
And the vibrato, I also rarely use it, but then I think I was playing with very experimental gig the other day, and I was using something like. So I like this sometimes.
John Scofield,
yes.
somebody who was into that. Yeah. Okay. I'm not a jazz guy, but of course I know Scofield, and he's a really cool cat. And I, from what I remember, he sometimes uses that kind of effect as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What I really like is that, tremolo plus delay plus the vibrato plus the reverb, which also modulates, and then you get this interesting texture because the different modulations interact with each other. They have different speeds.
Yeah, and then it's random kind of thing, always moving.
So in a way, I feel that the delays modulation sort of works a little bit against the vibrato, which I think sounds really cool. So they are different, almost like a sequencer or different sequencers going on.
Cool.
I rarely use it, but
yeah, it's special. When you use it, it's really special. Talking about special, I have found also something that you haven't seen on the show yet. One thing is the Halo. We know that this is Andy Timmons' signature delay pedal that goes with that multi-head repeats. And there is also a little bit of modulation, but very subtle. My point now is, there's one thing that I have discovered, which I kind of like. It's a Chinese pedal, Hotone or Hot Tone, Hot One. I don't know what the name is. Can I switch?
Oh,
no.
wow.
Wait a minute. I want to get to the decay. Spring. So too many programs. it's a super long IR loader. So I have this pedal because in a studio close to here I have my own EMT plate reverb.
Oh yeah,
the old one. Yeah, I bought it from the.
I love that.
Me too. It's that classic sound. The moment you put
for
that
snare drums, and all,
anything.
That's the thing.
This was the reverb, and I have bought it when our local Saarbrücken studio TV station sold it.
Oh really?
So, okay, here's me. So and it takes 4 people to.
How long is that? A couple of meters?
Yeah,
2-3 meters.
It's like a table tennis size, but sideways. So, and I want to make my own plate reverb into this pedal. I'm looking for one that they have here, which is already pretty good. Wait a minute, where is it? Bright plate. I wanted to show you. What's this? Blah blah blah. See, that's the problem. Too many options and nobody. Anyway, let's go for the cathedral. And that, for me, there's a nice quality about what I hear.
It has this little thing to it, which sounds really great.
Yeah, and I used this pedal the first time, but wait a minute. I have to work a little bit on that. Actually, in maybe a month or so after, when I come back from my touring, I will go visit my plate and put it in there. That's the plan about this. A little bit spacey. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, wow.
Anyway, for me it's about a new toy.
Yeah.
And even myself, I need a new toy once in a while. And yeah, I will check it out. And I am on the mission to get my plate into this. Then I can have exactly my reverb that I use on all my records. Mm-hmm. Because what I do when I do a new record, I record my guitar here. And then I have the guitar tracks and I go to the studio that has my plate reverb, record the plate reverb, and they can use it in the mix.
Yes.
To have my sound. Yeah. Anyway.
I love that. I like the old Lexicon reverb a lot. They sound, actually they don't sound better than the new stuff. They sound worse, but they sound
characterful.
Yes.
It's same here. I mean, there's some gear that simply has a character.
Yes.
And then it doesn't matter if it's old, new, or if it's cheap or expensive. There is something, that's I fall for that. So people say magic sound. That's not too bad. I have a question about scales. I mean, when we played that Hendrix thing and the funky approach, that's something we could talk a little bit about in a way. Because, I mean, you have that new, fresh vibes. When I think about the funky thing, I think of Mixolydian. That's one option. Mm-hmm. I think of Dorian mode or notes.
Yes, Dorian.
Because it could go to like this kind of chord, funky style. Yeah. And then I don't know. Sometimes I play that that kind of what is it?
Phrygian, dominant, something.
In your vocabulary, is there more scales, different approaches? How are you dealing with such moments where you can use, well, maybe like several scales, not only one?
Yeah, but I'm thinking, I guess, more like the I like the Coltrane approach. You know, where he speaks about he calls it sheets of sounds, which is like kind of a cluster approach.
Okay.
You know, like a set of notes that works over a chord, which is not necessarily a scale. You know.
Ah, okay.
So, for example, if I'm thinking this, I would probably think kind of a mix of whole tone, half tone, whole tone. Like a symmetric scale. Something like this.
Yeah.
Plus a couple of more notes, you know. So I would think like a mix of Dorian and half tone, whole tone.
Ah, okay.
I guess,
Yeah.
for example. Or what I really like is scales that are ambivalent, you know, that are not minor or major.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah.
You know, in a way.
Where you don't hear, because if there's a note that defines too much, it's like, oh, you know, it hurts because you get stuck in this. You have to commit to this, and yeah, sure, that makes.
So what I like is to either, like, for example, if you're in this, something, you know.
Yeah.
For example, take the sharp 4 and sharp 4 and sharp 7, like major 7. Something like this, which is very guitaristic because
It's a finger.
Because I think it's always good to do something that sounds good on guitar. You know, I think it's totally adequate. But I like to use wrong notes, wrong in the sense that notes that don't actually belong to the harmonic quality of the chord.
Yeah, because they kind of create the tension.
Totally.
Yeah.
This is one thing that I like, and also I like to use microtonal approaches. You know,
okay.
If you like to use. Which is between F and F sharp, and a third which is between G and G sharp.
Yeah.
The sixth, that's kind of that kind of stuff, which I think again gives a different emotional quality to it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, this is what I can hear when I listen to your music. You know, wait a minute, what is this guy doing? There is some spices that are probably a little bit unusual to the ordinary things. You know, I mean, so
what really opened my ear is microtonal music. You know, that there's so much. You know, like we use 12 notes all the time, and of course, I mean, 12 notes are fantastic.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you can do with it, but then you can do even more with 24 notes, you know, and different emotional qualities that you can
express yourself in
chords that are neither minor or major, stuff like that, or which may, you know, it can sound odd at some point.
Yeah, but it can also express an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me. kind of I kind of like that approach of having spices that are not the ordinary ones.
Yeah.
Eventually, I mean, you are mastering it, and for me,
no, I'm
it's
not.
well, I mean, we all are on a journey, but you are on a mission, and I can tell that you are working or using that, and you can, the more you try, the more you learn how much you're actually still missing.
Yeah.
And there's the more you know, it's like okay, there's no end. But
for me, actually, the end in a way is really the guitar. I'm always thinking. Even with Indian music, the music is vast. The Indian music, but there's only so much that really works on guitar. Like at least for me, with my way of playing. So the limitation in a way was always the guitar. Like what sounds good on guitar, what works with my way of guitar playing. That's for me. That's kind of the shape that it takes, because you can go anywhere musically, but then things sound good on specific instruments.
And then of course this is music used to be made probably without too much thinking, more about experience, seeing the instrument, and then this gives you the deeper connection to the instrument. I mean, all this theory is okay to explain things and maybe put you in this corner and gives you a mindset that makes sense and whatever. But in the end, I think it's a very naive thing that you hold a guitar, you plug a note,
but that's actually the only thing that for me
matters.
That really only matters.
And therefore
you can talk for ages and still, if you sit in your hotel room with your guitar, and that's the thing.
And even people that don't have that deep knowledge or a technique or things can play amazing stuff on the guitar when they know, when they have a good taste for what they want, I mean, for instance, Neil Young is one of those guys where sometimes you think, whoa, is this cheesy? Is this simple? But then you listen to this kind of music in the right moment and think, you know what? It's simply great.
It's a genius.
It's a genius, and it's the chords that we learned when we 20 years ago, kind of, the first chords. And he's using that kind of technical level, but emotionally, what he's painting, it's like a great painter. Picasso makes 3 strokes, and this is all it takes. And other people make 600 million dots,
and it doesn't mean much.
And some people do 600 million dots, and it means much. But there is no guarantee for Ingwi's more is more. Sometimes less is more, and things like that.
I guess it's also the thing, with the microtonal stuff, for example. I mean, you can learn it in a very academic way, but I guess what I think I can play it well when I really feel it and hear it. When I feel that this microtone is, this pitch is right, then it means something. And otherwise, it's just weird, meaningless stuff.
Yeah. When you, I mean, you started locally, but then you actually went on the trip to India.
Yes.
And was this the first thing you've done? How to break out of that box?
I started in Frankfurt, and then I went further. Then first to Mainz, that was the furthest, and then to Dresden, which was even further.
Okay.
And then I went to India. So I kind of expanded slowly.
Okay, in steps. Yeah. So what happened when you went to Mainz?
When I went to Mainz, well, Mainz has, I studied jazz guitar.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly why I did this, but I did it back then. And I never liked the academic approach of music much. I never felt comfortable in that kind of context, because I feel that the music we do is music that comes from the heart. It's not academic music. It's maybe, I mean, you can, after you play it, you can analyze
it. Fine. What is this? And put your mindset to it and your framework, and then you say, okay, this is how it works. But the first thing is the emotion that creates the whole thing, and you get there even without the theory.
Yes.
And I think that's always the thing that I think is most important, to train your intuition and be true to your connection with what you are doing, and judge is like, I like that moment and I didn't like that moment.
Yes.
And it's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
And no matter what kind of music you're doing, from the whatever, simples blues to the bebop or whatever, you can have that personal taste, and that defines your style in the end.
It's a question of, I think, integrity and honest, you know, approach to the instrument. And for me, it always went through the guitar. You know, I mean, I cannot live without this. You know, I mean, I even have it next to my bed. You know,
this guitar is this?
But not this one, but a guitar.
A guitar. But this, I mean, talking about this particular guitar, is a double neck, fretless, and then you have tempered frets, right?
Yes, True Temperament is, I believe, the name of the company who makes it, which I think is a great idea. They are compensating the string tension, which I guess the higher you go, the more you hear it. It's still pretty much in tune, in tempered tune, you know, which is again just one way of tuning. But, and it's scalloped. I actually did the scalloping very recently because I was back in India in March this year. And a friend of mine from Mumbai, he had this fantastic Indian traditional instrument which is called a veena. It's kind of a string, kind of a lute instrument which is super scalloped, like really.
I have seen those. Frets like this high. Really.
And you play it like this. You know, you sit down. You can do, you know, super high bends and phrasing stuff. And I thought, okay, but that's the way. Like if you want to play with frets, you have to have it scalloped. If you want to have that Indian phrasing available.
It gives you a different connection to the string, because your fingertip is on the string and there is no wood kind of between that. So you have to be a little bit more careful when you press too hard. The notes go sharp. But
then you can do all this kind of subtle phrasing, which you can do on a normal
guitar as well, but not as easy. Maybe. Mine is also scallop from the playing. You know.
Oh that's
I mean,
the best. But the frets are new, is it?
I mean, this is like, I have this guitar refretted 10 times, probably even more. So
it's also kind of mean if you try a new reverb with this guitar, but you know, with this guitar everything sounds good. You know, it's kind of,
it's my guitar.
But you cannot make it sound bad. You know, I mean, I don't know exactly. You can do something that doesn't sound good on this guitar because the voice of the instrument is so strong.
And that is what I always come back to on this guitar, because and it's this guitar, I know it so well because I played since I was 17, and every gig there's literally almost 3 exceptions when I forgot the guitar. I have been to festivals without a guitar.
Oh shit.
Exactly. And that happened to me, but then I play differently. But any other gig, I play this guitar. It's a tradition, and it's like, I know it's not the guitar, it's me when I suck. Okay. So, is there anything that, how can we explain for people that would be interested to go a little bit towards that direction? Is there, I mean, there's your own music.
Yes.
Then go to the live concerts. Are there influences? I mean, you know, you do your thing, and that's why I call it fresh.
I'm learning mostly.
but who are the guys that impressed you? I mean, I had my heroes that I, you know, when I was a teenager, it was Ritchie Blackmore and Jimi Hendrix and the Shadows and they all played Stratocaster. This is why I'm stuck with the Strat. But it's such. My first electric guitar was a Stratocaster as well,
and I remember that it was in my room, and I was 15, 16 maybe, walking by the guitar, and I was thinking that this is really the most beautiful thing that I've seen so far.
I mean, like the shape.
Everything is so perfect
yeah,
on this guitar.
This is 1961, and the shape was designed 54.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. Would I change anything? Actually, no. I mean, if you want more output, then put a humbucker. But I don't even want that. I want the original, and it's still doing everything.
Yeah.
I use
it was
effects.
designed for country music, actually, right? But
overdrive wasn't even existing then, and I can do anything with that.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of the design, and that's something I admire a lot about Leo Fender, because if you are creating something that is that timeless, that's something.
That's really something.
I mean, that's something super special, and the
guitar has a personality, but it allows the player's personality to come through.
To shine through,
And everything is really perfect on that guitar. I mean, even the weird middle pickup.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. It has the nice quack sound. So every pickup, it's up to you if you like it, but it offers something. I mean, Mark Knopfler made this famous. This is, for me, a great... Jeff Beck used that. Blackmore was only using the two outer ones. He even got rid of the middle pickup.
I like the second one with a lot of distortion.
You mean this one? This one?
No, this one.
Yeah, that's...
almost like a wah-wah thing.
Because it cancels some frequencies, and there's something about a Strat. And if you want to have a wah sound, tone pot. That's the trick.
Yeah. Still ingenious work.
Yeah.
But in terms of people who I find fascinating, it's really a lot of different people. But for Indian music, I think Nikhil Banerjee, who was a sitar player, not as famous as Ravi Shankar, because he was not really, he was only playing Indian classical music in a very, rigid traditional way.
Right.
But to me, he's the most inspiring player ever.
Okay, check him out. I don't know him.
Nikhil Banerjee.
Yeah. So that's a good hint.
Yeah, but I listen to a lot. Actually, on the way here, I was listening only to AC/DC, and that's it's so great. I mean,
it's pure rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's stripped down, and there is no extra note, and there's a beauty in it. I mean, reduced to the max.
Yes.
Straight 8 with a killer groove. Nobody rushes, and they know how to make they
know how to make subtle dynamic changes really mean something, and that's not easy. It's not simple.
And they feel it. And we can feel it too. So I mean, some people go, oh, AC/DC, and this is the thing.
Try playing that music.
It's not that easy.
Not at all.
I mean, everybody plays the Highway to Hell on the street festivals.
But I saw Carsten. Hi, Carsten.
Carsten who?
Carsten. He plays with Tony. They play in an AC/DC cover band.
Ah, okay.
I'm going to their gig next week with my daughter, because my daughter is into AC/DC.
See?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong about AC/DC.
Not at all.
Rock minimalism. Yeah, for me, it's also very pure. It's like, it's like...
it's honest music.
It's honest music.
No bullshit, no nothing there.
And if it's honest, it doesn't need that much more. I love bands like that. I mean, I'm a big fan of those old school, organic, human character bands.
Yeah.
and when they find a chemistry, I mean, like Led Zeppelin, for instance, I like Bonham, the micro timing he does on the drums. I mean,
It's incredible.
Incredible. It's like
probably he couldn't explain exactly what he's doing, but he feels how it should sound and how it should be.
Yeah, and when he does like his breaks, he kind of maybe, I don't know, it's a micro timing. Maybe he's a little bit laid back or up front, whatever it is. There's a feel to it, and there's a meaning to it. It's not only on the grid.
Yeah, I was listening to Moby Dick yesterday.
The drum song.
That's how you play this kind of music. That's how it's supposed to be.
When I listen to Led Zeppelin, I'm more a Bonham fan. I mean, I like the whole music, but my focus is on Bonham.
Yeah.
And I'm just a fan.
That's like the prototype of a rock drummer.
Yeah.
And he doesn't sound heavy. Like there are lots of rock drummers who sound loud and hard and all. I don't like that, but he sounds
fat. He sounds fat.
Fat and heavy, but not hard.
Not harsh. And not harsh.
Yeah.
And also, for instance, like in Whole Lotta Love, it's funky like crazy. And all these subtle accents he does and syncopated little things, and they are so subtle. Every standard rock drummer misses that. Get the isolated drum tracks and listen to that shit exactly. It's like, guys, you are missing something here. There has been rock drums from hell or from heaven.
Yeah, that's really the thing for me. To make something simple sound good is actually
it's an art.
Yeah, it's really an art. And there are so many people who think that rock music is kind of
too simple and boring.
And
that's an attitude that I don't like, because they don't respect the feeling.
And that's really in the jazz world. There are lots of people who have that kind of jazz. We call it the jazz police. You know.
The snobbiness.
Yeah. It doesn't have anything to do with music. I mean, if you really open your ears, you can hear some quality in music. You know,
any kind of music, any kind of genre. You know. Oh, that's my mobile phone.
Which one?
This one. I have two. I have too many, I have to admit.
But what we found the other day is, because our bass player had a Samsung tablet.
Yeah.
And he was, at one point during the rehearsal, he was keeping it on the bass. And I think he got an email.
Yeah.
And that was really very interesting. Like lots of...
And that blending with the bass.
No, he was not playing, but we were actually thinking about recording that because it sounded so interesting.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
But I was also listening to Robin Ford. He was in Frankfurt playing with the big band, with the radio big band.
Ah, true. Yeah.
And I was listening to their sound
the left-handed bass player, Jimi. Was he playing with the?
No, there's Hans Klawischnik, but but Robin Ford is again somebody who I find extremely inspiring. Extremely inspiring because of the sound and the timing and the subtle, the understatement and he's so elegant.
Yeah,
simple.
And the older he gets, the less sometimes he plays.
But the more on point.
The more on the point,
But that's the same, for example, somebody else I really love is Paco de Lucia.
Okay.
And with him, it's again the same thing, because when he was 20, 30, 40...
He was a shredder kind of.
Totally. And when he was older, the last album that he did is called Cositas Buenas.
Okay.
Little Good Things.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't play fast, but every note means...
a lot, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Do we have any questions from the audience? Nice, informativ Interview von beiden Herren. There's some German guys. Your hope. I think this is local dialect here.
Sabriga Platt.
Yeah, Sabriga Platt. Ah, you're doing it fine.
Practicing.
Sabriga. It's a double G.
Sabrige.
Sabrige. Genau. Ayo. Bernard Purdy. Okay. Bonham and Bernard Purdy inspired Jeff Porcaro for the Rosanna groove. Yeah. And
speaking of which, Michael Jackson is also an artist that I find continuously inspiring.
Absolutely. And I mean, imagine the guy, he didn't even play instruments.
Yeah.
He was just singing the lines and had a few nice ideas and visions.
Yes.
And it's
But it's a very, for me, it's a super clear artistic statement. It's like everything on point, no nothing.
He knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
And that's art, you know? Yeah.
And that's so subtle things, you know, for example, Billie Jean, in a way, I mean, everybody can play that riff, but it works. How? And it also works in that speed, you know? If you speed it up too much, it sounds weird.
Horrible, And when you listen to Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer is copying. Ooh-wah, ooh-wah, ooh-wah. I know, because they told, you know, they put on the Michael Jackson, we need a disco thing, but we make it rock. Oh. It's basically...
But I like the talk box. Actually, I haven't really found a way of doing that in my music, but I love the sound of that.
Yeah, it comes to my talk box is... I lent it to our Saarland friend. He still has my talk box. No problem. Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones were the perfect team. Yeah, sure.
And also Greg Fillinganes and Jeff Porcaro and Steve Lukather and all the great people who played this music.
Unbelievable what they created.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that era when, you know, I was lucky that I grew up on that music. I remember when Thriller came out, when MTV was still on television and they had their horror movie. and
my mother had that on vinyl. That's, I think, one of the first vinyls I listened to.
Yeah. So this was cool.
Yeah.
I'm too young to have experienced Jimi Hendrix. That's something that I would have done. I started in... I think my first concert must have been in the 80s. But the funny thing is, that was also an experience. My father brought me to the university because he was there. And he said, there's some guitar music playing tonight. And I picked up the guitar and he said, yeah, let's check it out. And what it was a Jamaican reggae band, Steel Pulse. So I was a teenager of whatever 11 years and we ended up in smoke. Passive smokers.
But that's again something that I really love, that kind of music, you know, especially, you know, Sly and Robbie, the rhythm section, and Black Uhuru. I don't know if you know that one.
I have seen those.
Fantastic.
I have them seen live.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody knows that I like that music, but I mean, this was my first ever concert.
Really?
It was reggae. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I had, you know, this was the first time I was hearing a real PA. You know, I was not listening to a stereo. I was out there in the audience, and I was listening,
experiencing that. That kind
like Uhuru.
Yeah.
And it's, well, my last year's, no, was it this year? This year I was in Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah. For my vacation.
You were telling me that. Yeah.
Anyway, this is, you know, I do my thing, but I have a lot of joy from that, from different sounds, you know, and it all makes sense when you go to this country and when you chill
and you hear the people speak, and then you understand how the music
works.
Yes.
And when you talk to those Rasta people, and they are smart people.
Yeah, of course.
Totally smart people, but the approach, how, you know, they have a way relaxed, more relaxed approach to things, but sharp and smart. And so I'm a fan. You know, it's you know, we Germans sometimes think, oh, we know. No, just check it out. There are different ways that are cool.
Yeah.
Bob Marley, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
I was listening to that in the morning. Is This Love? You know this piece?
You mean, is this love? Is this love? What I feel? Yeah. And then, but there's more chords coming.
Is this love? Is this love? Is this love?
Yeah.
Incredibly beautiful
Yeah.
music.
And
Pure and honest and
yeah. And they created a sound that is so unique as well with the drums, you know, the high-pitched snare drums and the reverbs and the echoes.
and just detuned, out of tune piano.
Yeah.
But also Black Uhuru, because they were doing this thing with delays, which is really, I think, taking electronic music approach, but you know, anticipating all that.
Very
I
nice.
think was fantastic.
Yeah. Hey, I
lot-
think we covered a
of
lot of
music.
ground. If you want to listen more to Max music, where's the cover?
It's here. Well, that's the album of my group Raga that just came out.
Yep.
It's called Nila, and I think it's good. It's probably the best thing I've done so far. So I guess it's good until the next album comes out.
And this is not a marketing speech, but because we are all on a journey from here to there, and we are evolving. I'm enjoying that music also a lot, because I listened to that and I thought, man, this is fresh, and I can have fun listening to that CD in my car. I have a convertible now. It's getting winter, but this is like, something is happening. It's nice and special.
But I was listening to your live concert. You were playing Little Wing.
Yeah,
I love that. You want to play that?
we can play a little wing, sure. Okay.
Great.
Yeah, this was the first time we ever played together.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, interesting.
Totally. But I've been listening to your music for almost 20 years.
Oh, really?
Actually. Yeah.
How comes?
Yeah, because
I just do my thing, Yeah, but hey, so cool. Yeah. So Max, thanks so much for joining in, and
thank you.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and you have to come to the concerts, buy the CDs, and you are invited another time.
Yes.
Maybe next year, but
next year is very soon, actually.
I know, it's
Time
just
flies.
around the corner. So cool. Yeah. Hey, thanks for making the trip all the way down from Frankfurt. And
thank you. I'm going to listen to all that on the way back.
Yeah.
What were you mentioning? The song? To listen to something? Rolling Stones. The
2000 light year from home.
Okay. That's kind of, it's not 2000 light years, but 200 kilometers.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, but listen to that thing, because that's Rolling Stones as you don't know them.
Yeah.
And you can tell, fucking hell, they had a vibe. And they changed to that American vibe later on, but this was kind of their...
They were art students, actually.
Yeah.
I think Mick Jagger was an art student.
Exactly.
Totally psychedelic.
And this was the psychedelic song that I like the most. And I'm a fan. I like the Rolling Stones. I always did. As I like AC/DC and Pat Metheny and them all. Okay, so take care, guys. See you next week is Emmanuel Knorr and the Academy of Shred, while I'm on stage. So with these guys, and then I'm back the week after, maybe from the studio. I have no idea, but you will see my face in 2 weeks' time at this place. And thanks, Max.
Thank you
so much. Cheers. Bye-bye.